All right, so Devil May Cry, the anime series, all 8 episodes are out, available to stream right now. I watched all of them literally day one. I got to talk about this. I love this franchise. Let's get into it. First off, biggest thing to start with is Dante himself, voiced by Johnny Young Bosch. Fantastic voice work. He's the voice of Nero in Devil May Cry 5. I know that can be a little weird to get through if you're a fan of the franchise, but I think he did a really, really good job as Dante here. I have seen some people make some complaints about like how goofy he is, all the one-liners, how cheesy it is. That's how Dante is. That's literally how Dante is. I understand there's a lot of characters that kind of fit that trope, but Dante was one of the earlier ones. Not saying he's the first or anything like that, of course. But I know people that might like the stoic version a bit more. That's really only Devil May Cry 2. Even the most recent version of the franchise, which is Devil May Cry 5, dude is ridiculous. He's hilarious, and you know the dance. You know the dance. But the story does get serious when it needs to be. And honestly, we'll get to the episode here in a minute. There's a specific episode where things they elevate like no one would have thought. But again, Dante is overall goofy, but we do get some serious moments. And when we do get him putting that heart into what he's doing, what he's fighting for, I do think you get a really good story with him. And I want more. I need more. I love this Dante. It is very much Devil May Cry 3 Dante. We got to talk about everyone's biggest complaint. I think it is ridiculous the amount of hate that Lady is getting. Like, some people are upset that she's using her name, Mary. Some people are upset that she's able to go toe-to-toe with Dante. Guys, it's season 1. This is an origin story. This is the beginning. And Lady has always been a badass. And yeah, maybe you're like, but Dante should be a lot stronger. He's going to get there. He just found out about the whole demon thing. Like, let's chill out. Let's enjoy these characters. I saw somebody complaining about like her cursing. Come on, it's ridiculous. It's very silly. I think her character is done really well here. Of course, it's a different iteration of it. If it's not your favorite, that's fine. But I do think the voice work, the performance, and just like her story, I think it's very important, and I think it does add a lot to what we have here. And yeah, when you get to the final moment, I get a little mad, but not in terms of like, oh, this is a bad choice. Like, the story got me to a point where I was like, oh, why would you do this? And that's great. That's great storytelling. But it's largely episode 6. I'm not going to say too much about it, but the way they use the music, the way they do the animation, and everything there, episode 6, I'm telling you, I'm not saying it's like that's when it gets good. The show's good throughout. That's when you're like, oh, this show might be great, and I do think it is. We do have our White Rabbit villain here. He has a whole story. I'm not going to touch on it really at all because the less you know, the better. Because again, it does tie into that episode 6 that I was talking about. And when you learn about his reasons for everything he's doing, it just adds a lot of depth to the character. And though I love Devil May Cry as a franchise, there is lore, there is story. The story's never really first. Like, it's never like what comes first. It's the gameplay and whatnot, and the setup, and of course just being fun. And it's great, and it always handles that really well. But here, as a show that you can't play, they're doing really interesting things with the story, including what they do with the characters, and I think they handle it really well. And this is a great villain. There are so many Easter eggs for Devil May Cry fans. So many Easter eggs. I picked this one image out from the intro that's been out forever. So I don't think it's really a spoiler, but you do see a bunch of swords here. I'm just going to point out the big one in the front here. The katana is Yamato. That is Virgil's sword. And that alone, I was like, okay, we're here. And there are other blades there as well. I won't get into it, but there are a number of Easter eggs throughout this series, both regarding to like in regards to Devil May Cry and other Capcom franchises. And dude, it is so cool and fun to watch. Got to give a huge shout out to Kevin Conroy. I love that we got another performance from this man. He's a complete jerk, but he plays it so well. He's so like mean and ridiculous, and it's awesome. And just to hear Kevin Conroy's voice, I'm telling you, it feels great. And RIP to a legend. Overall, I think this series is so good. No, I don't think it's the best game adaptation Netflix has brought us, but they have been in their bag with these lately. And I really do hope we get a season 2 because this does set up more. And honestly, dude, if we're not getting a Devil May Cry 6 or some remakes anytime soon, I'm down for this. Give us more of this because I'm absolutely loving it. And yes, the soundtrack, everything you've heard is true. It's remarkable. It's so good. All the nostalgia you could want. And Evanescence coming back with a whole new track, used perfectly, and it's incredible. Amy Lee, she still got it. That whole it's great. It's so good. But yeah, for me, this series is an easy 9 out of 10. I gotta give it that. I'm very biased as a fan of the franchise, but I would love to know what y'all think. And for more news and reviews, please give us a like and a follow.